Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our scuba diving webinar series coming from the Department of Tourism and ADEX. We have a very exciting location today, but before that, let me acknowledge that we have a representative from the Department of Tourism, the Regional Director of Region 8, Director Karina Rosa. Hello, Karina. Hi. But before, she has a little presentation for us, but before we speak to her and get to know Region 8 a little more, let's play a video. Wow, that was absolutely beautiful, especially since I myself have not been able to visit. I'm really enticed to go visit it myself. Now, without further ado, let's hear from Director Karina herself. Hello, Karina, the floor is with you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Philippines, where diving is always more fun. Marine experts refer to our country as the heart of marine biodiversity in the world, where the highest concentration of coral life, coral reef life, and astounding variety of marine species are found. As Asia's leading dive destination, the country has numerous dive sites for you to choose from. Among this is the Sogod Bay dive sites in southern Leyte. From our country's international gateways, your trip to southern Leyte starts with a 1-hour plane ride from Manila or a 30-minute flight from Cebu to reach the Tacloban city. From Tacloban, you take a 4 hours scenic and traffic-free ride to the southern tip of the Leyte Island, where exciting dive experiences awaits you. The Sogod Bay dive sites has been dubbed as the rising star of Philippine dive destinations. It is often described as an undiscovered diver's paradise that has something to suit every diver's level of experience, preference, and expectations. You'll get your thrill of infinite dives with over 30 dive sites around Sogod Bay. It offers divers a bit of everything, from shore dives to world-class muck diving, pristine coral walls dive to macro photography diving, and we even offer incredible night dives. Our biggest draw is swimming with the whale sharks. Here, viewing them is 100% sustainable and ethical, which means no feeding. You're only allowed to snorkel with whale sharks. But if you're lucky enough, you may see them as they move through the waters if you are diving near a site. Almost all who come to dive said that they had a great diving experience and their whale shark snorkeling trip was simply amazing. Our dive resorts may be small, but they always make sure to provide their guests with top-class diving experience and great value for money. They also offer an array of PADI dive courses. If you feel like going around to explore the place a little more, Southern Leyte also has a numerous topside attractions that may interest you. After your underwater adventures, try discovering the artwork of nature underground by visiting the Canbaro or Ginsohotan caves. Relax in the cool fresh waters of Cagnituan, Tres Marias, and other waterfalls in the area. Trek to the top of Mount Cabalian to find its hidden crater lake, or visit our centuries-old stone churches that reflect the story of our people. This year, the country marks the quincentennial commemoration in the Philippines, celebrating the 500 years journey of the Filipino people. Southern Leyte is one of the places that takes on the spotlight of this event. The story of the Southern Leyteños dates back to the year 1521, where Portuguese navigator Ferdinand Magellan and the men from his fleet first encountered our forefathers in the island of Limasawa. It is here that the first Easter Sunday Mass was celebrated in Philippine soil, introducing to us the Catholic faith. The recorded first blood compact between an Easterner and a Westerner was also done in this place, sealing the bonds of brotherhood between Magellan and the island's chieftain, Raha Kulambu. We are also in the map of the Magellan-Elcano expedition that made the first circumnavigation of the world. When the COVID-19 pandemic is still limiting travel across the world, the Philippines has taken strides to prepare for a responsible tourism restart, ensuring safe trips for everyone. On top of the travel guidelines set for entry in the country, our local governments also set in place protocols that will ensure health and safety of our guests, industry workers, and the community folks as well. And just like most other areas in the country, you will be asked to limit your visit to the dive resort of your choice. But when the COVID-19 incidence declines, you will surely be allowed to explore places outside of the resort. Together with our local industry partners, whom you will meet later on, let us all help each other build back the global tourism and dive industry. So on your next dive holiday, see you in Southern Leyte.
Thank you so much. That was amazing and very informative. We hope
Sam.
that everyone, yes, thank you. We really, it's very exciting, and I hope our guests here from domestic and local, and of course international tourism is, interested. And if you guys have any questions, please include that in the Q&A section or in the chat box. We have a Q&A after all the presentations, so stay tuned. Our next speaker is the owner of Sogod Bay Scuba Resort. May we welcome Phil McGuire. Hello, Phil.
Hello and welcome to everyone. I'm Phil McGuire from Sogod Bay Scuba Resort in southern Leyte, and I look forward to you visiting me one day. I think I'm going to show you a presentation now on my resort.
Hello, my name's Phil McGuire. I run and own a resort in southern Leyte, in Padre Burgos, southern Leyte, Philippines.
I'm working in Sogod Bay Scuba Resort with a Filipino and Australian dive shop run. I'm one of the dive master and the manager of Sogod Bay Scuba Resort. We do daily boat dives and whale sharking. We offer underwater activities. So our special product here is diving. We do wide angle and macro diving. We have also room and restaurant that everyone can facilitate in our resort. So we have 15 rooms, we have 7 beachfront, and we have a complex 2 minutes walk from here, a 4-bedroom apartment, can fit 3 people in one room. And yes, we have a mini bar up there, and we're open every day. We have serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daily boat tour guide.
At the resort, we are trying to follow COVID-19 protocol. We ensure thermometer check and hand washing is taken place before the customer is allowed, and foot washing with disinfectant before we allow the customer into the resort. If you want diving without crowds, if you want, you'd be the only one on the dive site on the day, and we have spectacular dive sites. We look forward to you coming and visiting and diving with us. The diving is very, very good here, and I think you'll enjoy yourself. Mostly, we also have a very friendly staff, and my family and everyone here are looking forward to people coming and visiting us after the pandemic, and we're trying to start somewhere, and this is where we're starting. You're all welcome. My wife Darlene has made some lovely new recipes, and we're cooking up new food, so come and visit us. The weather will get better, and everything will start to be sunny again, and I think it'll pick up. So come and visit us.
That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Phil.
My pleasure.
Is there anything else you would like to add on top of the video?
I don't know. Yes. As I said, we're coming through this pandemic, and hopefully at the end of it, we'll be able to, you know, start businesses again. And our diving in southern Leyte, as I said, is some of the best in the world, for sure, in the Philippines. And we have we're seeing whale sharks at the moment. So, you know, that's even a better bonus to come and visit us and do a whale shark trip. So I look forward to everyone, for all the dive shops and Southern Leyte tourism, that we look forward to customers and clients to come. How's that?
Okay. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned because we have Q&A and some comments from our guests, but we will do that after all the presentations.
Right,
for
yeah,
all the other guests, yes,
sorry,
thank you.
Right. Yeah.
For all the other guests, if you have more questions or comments, please don't forget to type them up so we can address them later. Now let's proceed to our next speaker from Peter's Dive Resort. We have the resort manager, Jundino Razon. Hello, Jundino.
Hello, Vanessa. It's pleased meeting you.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jundino Razon. I'm also running the diving department at Peter's Dive Resort. And it's my great pleasure to be here with you today. And please check my presentation.
Okay. My name is Peter Mart. I'm the owner of Peter's Dive Resort. We're located here in Lungsod Daan, Padre Burgos, which is southern Leyte, Philippines. When we started here in 2001, we started very basically. It was very simple, and the Peter's Dive Resort has gradually been transformed. As of now, it's completed. We completed our last new building here just at the beginning of the pandemic. So everything is established here now. We have everything from budget accommodation right up to 5-star superior rooms. We can cater for around 60 people comfortably. We have also just completed some 12 months ago a restaurant, which is very modern. The rest of the rooms are varied. Some are duplexes, some are family cottages. So there's really something for everybody's taste and budget. We also have a swimming pool, which enables us to do courses. And as far as the diving is concerned, we have probably one of the finest shore-based facilities here. We have some 3 dives right in front here, which is very unusual for dive resorts in the Philippines.
My name is Jundino Razon. I'm a specialty dive instructor working at Peter's Dive Resort. We can offer a wide variety of activity, like from non-divers, we can offer discovery scuba diving, and also we from open water to dive master course, and we also do some specialty courses here, like if you want to do deep dive specialty, drip dive specialty, night dive specialty, and enriched air nitrox. Also, we offered a reef conservation course, like dive against debris. The prices is from 3,500 peso to 35,000 peso. For the convenience of everyone, we have 2 large boats and 1 speedboat. So our biggest boat can handle like 20 plus divers, and the other one like 18 divers. And also we have a speedboat, which is very good for diving even in the house reef if there's a current, so the guests will not struggle to swim against the current. In our diving boats, we make sure that your needs will be taken care of, and most especially our crew is really friendly. We make sure everything will be taken care of.
We're not like a lot of the main tourist destinations that has, thousands of visitors. At any one time here, given that there's only a few resorts, we only have, maybe a couple of hundred people here at any one time. So it's unspoiled. It takes a little bit of effort to get here, as you probably gathered, but once people get here, they appreciate the place for what it is. So yeah, it's a peaceful place. There are other activities that we can do in southern Leyte. We can organize trips to caves, and there's mountain trails and waterfalls also that they can visit. But predominantly it's very simple. There's no real nightclubs as such here, so it's a place for people who want peace and quiet and just want to enjoy beautiful diving on beautiful reefs. So all in all, we would like you here at Peter's Dive Resort to just invite everybody to get here as soon as you can. I'm sure you will enjoy. All our staff are waiting. Thank you.
Wow, that was such an amazing video. Thank you for sharing, Jundino. I'm learning so much as everyone's sharing a little bit about why your location is special to you. Is there anything you would like to add on top of the video before we move on?
Okay, thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, I know everyone has been affected right now with the pandemic, not only in the Philippines, but the whole world. And I know everyone is really want to get out and visit some places where, diving may take you. And I hope when everything is okay, you will have a chance to visit in yourself the dive sites or the diving here in southern Leyte, Philippines. And but for now, we're just make sure that the dive sites here are ready. We keep checking the reef, maintaining it healthy condition and pristine coral reef here. And I hope when everything is okay, when this pandemic ends, you will have a chance to visit here in Sogod Bay, Southern Leyte, Philippines, and have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, and we'll catch you again later during the Q&A. But now we can move on to our last presenter. He is the CEO of Southern Leyte Divers. May we welcome Guenter. Hello, Guenter.
Hello, Vanessa. Thank you very much for having us here on this presentation. And hello to all the other guys outside in the world. To make a long story short, now you will see a presentation of my dive resort, the Southern Leyte Divers, which was the first dive resort established in 1996. Just enjoy the presentation and hope that you have the chance and come here and visit us soon. Enjoy the presentation.
Yeah, we promote this area with a big pride because we can say it's from XXS to XXL. You have really everything from the smallest nudie branch up to the big brother, the whale shark. Everything is here. 25 years ago, there was no diving at all. So we just jumped in the water by this time, and we just tried to find out what's going around here dive-wise. I've been diving all over the world before, but when we had our first dive, which was in Limasawa Island, I was so amazed, and I never expected that the dive sites here are so beautiful and untouched. Good afternoon, dear dive friends. My name is Guenter Mosch, and together with my wife Alona, we do run the Southern Leyte Dive Resort in municipality of McGuire, Southern Leyte in the Philippines. So we have about 20 to 22 different dive sites, and it's good for beginners up to professionals, photographers, and even for snorkelers. Very nice dive site that we can show. We also do diving education, of course, starts from beginners up to assistant instructors. So on peak seasons, we run 2 big bunkers. This is the so-called dive boats here in the Philippines. And those bunkers can hold up to 30 to 40 people together. We have different kinds of instructors here. That means we also can do our education and the conversation in at least 3 languages, which is English, of course, it's German, of course, and the Filipino languages like Visayas or Tagalog. A little bit French we also do. The price range for our dives is between 22 and 25 US dollars. We do 2 dives a day normally and a night dive, which is also very recommendable, especially here in the Paderborn Spear. It's a world famous night dive site where you have all these critters from frogfish, from seahorses, walkmans, you just name it. The other dive sites are very good for macro photographers. And those ones who have the big domes with them, they will be happy and delighted if they can have an image of our whale sharks, because the whale shark season here is also very famous. And you could say from October until April, May, we call it the whale shark seasons. After a beautiful day diving, just have a cocktail on a sundown terrace and get a glimpse of our beautiful, beautiful sunsets. So our resort can hold up to 29 people at the most. We're talking about that we can rent out cottages and rooms. They are all air conditioned and close to the sea, which makes it very beautiful. They have verandas, we have a little garden. The price range from $30 up to $50 for our deluxe bungalows. Very famous here in Southern Leyte Divers is also our kitchen. It's an international kitchen where we offer things from even German sausages up to kinilaw, which is Filipino main food, Filipino national food, and of course sushi, sashimi, everything. So, like I said, also don't miss our good kitchen. And of course, if we have a good kitchen, we also have a big variety on wines, other drinks. And so, just to make a good day with a good end, just come here and have our food. Try it. So, guys, we are waiting for you to come. You're heartily invited. And be assured, we will pamper you. We'll show you one of the best dive sites in the world. Come and see us for a couple of nice holidays. Bring your friends and stay safe. You're safe here. You will be safe here, and hope to see you soon.
Wow, thank you. It's really been a good insight, especially for us who have not yet been able to visit, and it's definitely very inviting. So, hello everyone. I would like to invite all the speakers and our to turn on their video and microphone as we go through some of the questions. But first, we have a comment here. Hi Phil, I visited Sogod Bay in Feb 2012. Nice to see you on the webinar. You showed me the wild no-feeding whale sharks and the tongue of a stargazer. Wow. Okay. So, we have guests here who have visited before, and they're very happy and still very excited to go back. So, Director Karen, would it be okay if we ask you, is Southern Leyte open already for tourists?
Actually, the entire province, only one municipality has opened itself for regional and probably soon interregional tourists. So the municipality of Padre Burgos, which is where two of our dive resorts are found, has already opened, declared by the province and the municipality as well. So we're working with the other municipalities to also issue ordinances or executive orders declaring that they're open already for tourists.
Okay, thank you for that. And could you share with us the requirements that we will need to go visit, if ever?
Okay, this is a work in progress because technically speaking, Regionate has not yet opened their doors for inter-regional tourists. So we're looking at probably requiring a RT-PCR test 72 hours before you start your travel to the region. And when you're here, just follow the basic protocols of wearing the masks, face shields, and of course, distancing. And always put in mind that wherever you go, you should always be conscious of keeping yourself healthy and protecting yourself against COVID-19.
Okay, thank
so
you.
Easy steps to follow, yeah.
And of course, everyone's safety is the utmost priority, but also we also want people to be able to enjoy and visit the beautiful region you have. So thank you. Yes, thank you. My next question would go, maybe we can each ask Phil, Jundino, and Guenter, what is the best season to visit you guys? And if you have any special creatures or, months that specific creatures show up, like yesterday, Darwin shared with us when they see a lot of octopus, what months they are. And then a while ago, Mindoro shared that they see their hammerheads around Feb or in the colder months. So if you have these special tips and tricks for our guests so that they can plan accordingly and be excited to visit you guys. So maybe we can start with Phil.
Hi there. Well, the season that we have here, historically anyway, it's normally starts in November. We have the whale shark that visits between November and around about April, May. It stops spawning. The visibility drops considerably, and that's when the whale shark comes, because there's plenty of food in the water. But for diving, I would say starting in February onwards, up all the way up until October, even November, it's pretty good diving. The hottest time here is between June and July normally, and when it rains more than usually is between December, January and February, it rains considerably, hence the dirty water. And we do lots of, we have lots of things. My wife, Darlene, she's a very big photographer and plenty of macro here. And that's one of the things Sogod Bay Scuba Resort pushes greatly is macro. We have lovely wall dives. So one of our favourite ones here is the blue ring octopus. We have that considerably. And also there was a good one on it. If you check our Facebook site, Sogod Bay Scuba Resort, you'll see lots of activity going on with night dives. We've been doing a lot and seeing a lot of bobtail squid and different things like that. So as I said, we have a huge array of macro and many, many walls. I'll stop talking now and give someone else.
Okay, next. Maybe Jundino, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
I think it's pretty old. So, but yeah, I agree with Phil. We're talking at the same site, so.
Okay, let me just ask another question. Does any of you offer blackwater diving, as you mentioned, night diving?
As of now, we don't have it yet here, black diving, but maybe if there's one, two, if we don't try it here yet. The black water diving, but I think it's interesting. I saw some video and pic in the internet, and I think it's quite interesting.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, Guenter, is there anything you would like to add that your fellow speakers haven't said yet?
Well, thank you. Well, basically, since we operate in the same area, almost everything has been mentioned here. And but I like also to say, in the summer month, well, that means June, July, August. Sometimes it's really amazing. You can have visibilities up to 40 and even more meters, which is absolutely great. But basically, we do diving all year round. Just expect a little bit more rain in the month of December, January, February, but it's still a place where you can dive 12 months a year. Thank you.
That is great to know. Thank you so much. Now, I think some of our guests, if you guys have more questions, don't be shy. Just type it up in the chat box or in the Q&A section. While waiting for more questions, I'd like to ask, can you give us a step-by-step, for example, for some guests who are coming from Manila? How does one reach your area? Maybe we can start with Guenter this time?
Yes. Of course. It really turned out that people who fly into Manila, it's really the best way to go straight from the Manila airport and catch a plane to Tacloban. The good thing is, well, in the before pandemic times, there were about 14 to 16 flights per day. That means you could start as early as 7 o'clock in the morning up to 7 o'clock in the evening. So that gives you all the possibilities to reach Southern Leyte on time. Doesn't actually matter when your flight or your international flight is arriving in Manila. And going from Tacloban, it's about a 3-hour ride in an aircon van. And if you have the chance to make a day trip, you also can experience a real jungle over there. You will drive over the biggest bridge in the Philippines, the Agas Bridge. And it's absolutely amazing scenery you'll find. So all in all, like I said, from Tacloban to the resorts, It's about a 3 hour, at least maximum 3.5 hour ride. And it's very comfortable. It's the best way, I think, to go from Manila to Southern Leyte.
Okay. So thank you so much for that information, and we are keeping that in check, just in case you guys start opening up. At least we know how to get there. Now, maybe Phil, maybe you can let us know from other provinces like Cebu or Negros, how does one reach your area?
Well, pre-pandemic, it was through Cebu. You can fly from Cebu, for example, to Tacloban and then do the 3-hour trip. Some people do it that way, and there's also many different, the ocean jet that goes into Mosch, or there's a few others, but there's a few places that you can go from Cebu to Leyte, and then you'll need a driver. So Mosch and Hilongos are really the two access points to Southern Leyte or into Leyte, and then you have to get an accredited driver to collect you from the port and bring you to the resort. I mean, it's a little bit, if you're not sure, I would suggest flying in from Manila down to Tacloban and catching it. But if you're a little bit adventurous, the other way is fine. I mean, before pandemic, I was traveling every couple of months there, and it's quite easy, the ferries. They're quite quick and clean. But as I said, I don't know at the moment. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. As you know, we are all not really sure when international travel will be opening, so it's really good to promote domestic right now and different provinces visiting each other and discovering the Philippines once again. May I ask everyone to just share, as we have no more questions and maybe we have a few more minutes, maybe just share like parting words you would like to tell our guests. Our guests right now are from the domestic tourism and also international tourism. So perhaps you have like a line or two that you'd like to say to them. Perhaps we could start with Phil again.
Oh. Well, again, we've all been through a very hard time during 2020. And, you know, there's light in the tunnel, hopefully, and we will look forward to seeing you all, the dive shops and tourism and the Philippines. We're very friendly. Well, the Philippines is a very friendly place, and hopefully we'll get over this and overcome the problems, and you're all welcome to come diving with us.
Okay. Yep. Thank you so much. Guys, please follow and keep in touch. If you have any questions for Phil, please, you may reach him and maybe book some vacations and travel with him as well. May we ask Jundino, are you still here? Is there anything you'd like to tell the guests?
Oh, yeah. As everyone right now is struggling because of the pandemic, but still, I hope the times ahead will be better this year. And stay safe, everyone. And I hope we will see you here someday when this hard time's over. And just stay safe so that we will be seeing you soon here in Southern Leyte. That's the most important thing right now, to stay healthy and stay safe from this virus, so that we will have a chance to see each other again soon.
Thank you so much. Now, Guenter, may we hear a few parting words from you as well?
Yes, of course. I just also want to stress that besides diving, for instance, if we have a rainy day, people are maybe a little tired from the dive days before, we also can offer some nice trips through the countryside. We got waterfalls here. We got old Spanish villages. It's very interesting to see how you could imagine how the people lived here before. There's a lot of heritage here. But please do not expect to having big malls and big shopping centers. That's what actually makes Southern Leyte. It's still a little spot on the tourist map, but whenever you've been here, you know how grateful the people are not to move into big malls, go on beaches which are really crowded. It doesn't matter at what time of the year. Even in the peak season, you always find many spots where you're alone on yourself. And like also Peter mentioned in his presentation, it's hardly that we meet, these dive shops meet at the same time at the same dive spot. So it's really perfect for a relaxed diving holiday, a relaxed snorkeling holiday. And like I said, and those ones who are not diving or not snorkeling, sometimes it happens. So these people have enough to do to see the countryside, get in contact with the natives if they want after the pandemic, of course. And Southern Leyte is worth to come. Don't miss it whenever you have a chance. Please come here, get in contact with us, get in contact with the dive shops. And this is all I gotta say about Southern Leyte. Please watch our websites. You find the price list there on the websites of all the dive shops. You find some more information. Stay safe, keep safe, and hope that we see you very soon here in Southern Leyte. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, last but not least, let's hear from our director herself, Director Karen.
Thanks, Vanessa. So just like Peter and June, just like Darlene and Phil and Guenter, we at the regional office are eager, very much eager to welcome you back again to Eastern Visayas, particularly in Southern Leyte. But again, because of this pandemic, we really have to, as our secretary would always say, let's plan all this out slowly but surely to ensure that everybody will be safe. But rest assured that we're already talking with the provincial government of Southern Leyte as well as the other local governments in the region to start planning on how we will reopen. And that reopening would mean making sure that everybody will be safe. So really, we hope and pray that this pandemic will end soon. Let's also take on our share of responsibility by making sure that we are protected so that in return, we protect all our families, our friends, our communities. So we pray that all of this will end soon so that we'll see you.
Thank you very much. And to be completely honest, I'm just so surprised that I've been going around the entire Philippines diving, and Southern Leyte is one of the only places I have not yet visited. So especially because of all your presentations, as soon as you guys open, I think I'm going to be seeing you very soon. And we hope to see all our guests soon. Thank you, everyone.
We're now on your bucket list.
Yes, definitely. Maybe even number one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So
especially our guests here who are in the local or the domestic travel industry, I think let's definitely put Southern Leyte on the bucket list and wait for the announcement for it to be open. Other than that, I would like to invite everyone that at 2:30 p.m. we have another webinar series on Tikao. So that's very exciting. And again, I'd like to thank all the speakers and guests. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. God bless. Take care.
Thank you.